This is a Headgum podcast.
What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
What is today?
Wait, what is today? What is today?
It's Super Waggy Wiki Willy Dad Day.
Oh, it's what is it?
Super Waggy Wiki Wacky Waggy Willy Daddy Day.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's amazing. And super wacky willy waggy say it again.
Waggy Daddy Day.
Okay, and what happens on that day? Because I just thought it was like a What's Our Podcast record day.
No, we're doing Super Willy Wiggy Waggy Wiki Wacky Wacky Daddy Day. And that's when you do the Super Willy Wiki Waggy Waggy Wiki Waggy Daddy dance. Yeah, that's our dance.
This is my life.
All right.
No.
It's Super Willy Wiggy Waggy Wacky Wiggy Wacky Wacky Daddy Day.
I'm just trying to get my bearings here.
I'm trying to be the most annoying person. I really am trying to step with my annoying game.
I think that you are such a gem that you can get away with it. I think you are such a master. I think you're
sounding, I feel like you're, what is that called? When
morphing?
You're getting the spirit of, you're like kind of, I can feel your mother coming through somehow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, mister. So you're saying I'm conjuring the spirit of my mother?
Yes, I can feel your mother coming through.
Well, look who just walked in the door. It's Mr. Mooney.
I remember once when we hung out with your family, it was when I know we went to the country club.
Yep.
The day of, I feel like I tucked in a shirt. Maybe I borrowed a shirt from you.
You definitely borrowed like country club clothes that we just had in my closet, like my grandpa's old clothes, I think, like striped shirts and like salmon colored pants.
Right.
Like some loafers or whatever. We took
At some point I was like getting ready and I had my glasses off. And she's like, you look a lot better without your glasses.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh.
Wow.
It was one of those.
Did she say you look a lot better or you look very handsome without your glasses?
Maybe that's what it was. I could have read into it, but it was like an implication. Which is, please don't think I hold that against your mother in any regard.
No, I don't think I hold it against her.
Right, because you feel the same way.
Yeah, it's like we used to talk about how great you looked without your glasses. And I just am upset that she revealed that.
Right. You had that conversation with your mom.
Yeah, we would always be like, I wish he would just take off the glasses. No, that is not how I feel. I think you look gorgeous with or without. And it's just, my son has glasses. So I'm just immediately.
And I want to say I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you.
My son actually
has been diagnosed with glasses.
Seems to be some sort of eye issue. The spirit is really like, you're very handsome.
Yes.
So it's ultimately a compliment. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? And I think it's like you're disguising that. You know what I mean? I want to bring that out of you.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
That's the
sense.
optimistic, I guess.
I think that our generation or people now are like glasses can be more attractive than not glasses, or they're the same. It's just a different look, which is anyway.
It's good to see you, man. Oh yeah, that's right. Welcome to
family.
Yes, we love
parents wherever they are and whatever they're doing.
Family can be so annoying sometimes.
Oh my God, it's like
Richelle,
it can be a record scratch moment for sure.
What is the worst thing that you've ever experienced in your life?
I don't think that's a fair question to ask Richelle right now.
Sorry,
I don't think you should answer that. I'm just going to move on.
Okay.
Unless you want to, unless you have something specific that feels like it's okay and it's not going to ruin the episode.
Sorry, bad
or
question.
Something.
Bad question.
That was a bad question.
If I ask you the question, don't answer it. Does something immediately come to your mind?
Worst thing that's ever happened to me?
Yes.
No. Because I don't think a lot of bad things have happened.
I think if you asked, in that moment when you asked me, like, I think that I know the first thing to come to my head.
What was it?
I think pass. I think anyway it's going to be sad.
I think that the worst thing that has probably ever happened to me, like my gut response is the pandemic. Just life derailed, everything stops, psychological,
yeah.
issues to deal with, figuring out how to be in a different way. Like,
yeah,
like you lose games or you have a performance that's bad, but all those things, like, it's like, it's so minor.
Right.
I really want to know what your thing is now, but not on the podcast. We're not going to talk about it. If somebody says,
I think it was my mother's death.
Oh, yeah. Well, he went there, folks.
Well, now it's
awkward. No, I'm sorry.
I think
about your
but I don't
mother's
even know that I wonder if that's like, that's the first thing about my mind. I think I could really interrogate the idea of like, what is the worst thing that's ever happened to me? But that would probably be, that's something that like there's like, what happens after an earthquake?
So not ripple effect, but shock waves.
Yeah. It reverberates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there are things that it's like, there are things that have been said to me that I hated.
Yeah. What about your parents' divorce? I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah,
that was pretty bad, right? That was pretty bad.
Maybe for a minute.
For a minute? That was pretty bad.
I've gotten a lot of mileage out of that. I've told the story about when I got broken up with, and I was very hurt. I was very sad by it.
Mm.
And then I was in my dorm room, and my roommate, the great Brandon Howard, shout out Brandon.
Yeah, what up, Brandon? Great Brandon Howard.
Had
awesome
hella
dude.
Goldfish.
Hella goldfish. Always taking his goldfish. Never complain. Always just restocked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he had a fake ID.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. But I got broken up with, and then like he didn't know, right? But I was alone in the dorm room, and he like came in the dorm, and he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And I was at my computer, and I turned to the door, and I was like, he's like, "Oh no, what's wrong?" Very sweet man. That was
very sweet man.
But yeah, at that point, that was one of the worst things that ever happened to me.
A lot of I remember feeling a lot of that was like freshman year was dark. I didn't go through a breakup, but it all worked out perfectly. We're doing the podcast.
Yes, and this is by the way, this is What's Our Podcast with Beck, Bennett,
and Kyle Mooney, where we have somebody come in and tell us what our podcast should be about. And this week, it's the amazing Podcast the Ride Guys. Wow, we were right on the same page there.
Oh, and don't forget about our Patreon.
Oh, don't forget about it.
Patreon.com/whatsourpodcast.
Where you can go on and be a little bit of sillies and funnies and goof arounds.
And you can get in the Discord and talk about like, hey, by the way, what was up with Kyle's jeans the other day?
Exactly.
Yeah, what was that spot?
We'll finally have somebody to talk to about Kyle's jeans and Beck's tees or whatever you want.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
Okay. Are they here?
2 out of 3 are.
Okay, well, so everybody knows there are 3 guys.
I know this is a first for us.
Scott,
Michael, and Jason.
Yes. So I know Scott.
Yeah.
Don't know the other guys very well.
Yeah,
met briefly, but haven't spent
time
with them.
They do a podcast, that is dedicated to theme parks.
You have been on a couple times.
I've been on a few times.
You're a big fan of theme parks, big fan of the pod.
Yeah.
I mean, that means maybe I should jerk off or something.
I do think that would be something. I think,
but it's like a podcast, so it's like you can't really hear that. Richelle thinks it's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't think you should do that.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't think you should.
Come on.
Because I just like think like you're jerking off in front of all these people.
I don't think it's a good idea either. I probably should.
I don't know.
J-O-ing. Yeah. Can you imagine J-O-ing during this?
You're laughing because like
that's a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Not because you think it's actually a good funny idea, legal, right? Well, I think if everybody signs a release and like, we only put it out on
the Patreon.
You might get a lot of patrons.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I honestly, okay. Let me just put this out there. If we're like looking to up our numbers,
yes,
we do OnlyFans and we do a version of the podcast where we're naked.
Here's like the first thing.
And it's like we let it all hang out. It's called slopping out.
I just feel like I would want to train.
You would want to train?
I would want.
You think you could get your body to a place where you're sitting there naked and you're like, hell yeah.
You got to remember,
because sitting is not an attractive position. Even
do you recall how brownie my little tidy whities can get?
How brownie?
The little
not
skid marks.
Brown, but brownie. How brownie? Yes, I do
'Cause, like,
recall. Yeah, Kyle's talking about the skid marks on his underwear. He's definitely.
There is an issue where like my bare ass crack up against the couches, like there's constantly gonna be like little dribbles of shit.
Oh my god.
Like, and now Richelle's gonna have to deal with that, like
It's just gonna be, and of course, Wet Ryan's probably gonna be going clean.
Yeah, doughboys are coming in like, oh man, there's shit on the couches again.
Yeah, I think we would just have to put down like a little like a dog mat, sort of like a pee pad or something.
Yeah, something like that. I would be open to. And then I think we could. Then we could do it. So the training and the dog mat.
Then the pee pads for your butt. Okay, great. Well, let us know what you think about us doing OnlyFans in the comments.
Oh, though I do know the Discord on the Patreon is a place where, in theory, we could definitely see what people are saying.
And I've enjoyed popping in there and communicating a little bit.
Really?
Just a pinch. Wait, or maybe I just look. I don't remember. Okay. I got to check in with the
I would love to.
Well, right now, it's really time for us to talk to the guys.
No, please. I want to talk to my friend.
Have to get onto the stuff for because people are going to be like, enough with this.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you okay, Kai? You okay, little guy? You all sad? Having trouble moving on because you're having so much fun you don't want to stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like talking to my friend Beck. He's really, really nice and funny.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to talk to him all day. I'm scared of other people. I don't want
okay.
other people. I
It's
like being
okay.
with little Beck. He makes me laugh all day.
That's really nice. Well,
I miss you.
I miss you too.
I miss you every day.
I miss you every day too. And if we can try to figure it out a way to do this every day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But for right now, we got to welcome the guys on. Okay.
Okay.
That's a big boy.
Okay.
Look at you. Look at you coming around like that. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Look, strong, big boy. Do you want to open the door to let them in? No? Okay. You want to come to the door with me, or should I do it myself and you wait here for them? Okay. Maybe you're feeling a little shy, so I'll open the door and bring everybody in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay, that's a good boy. Proud of you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. See you guys on the other side.
See you on the other side. Okay, we're getting a thumbs up from Richelle.
Thumbs up from Richelle.
Oh,
Wow,
boy.
it's like, what are there, like 14 people in front of us?
Yeah. What is this podcast? The guys? No, it's podcast The Ride.
The other 5 guys are coming in. They're on
Jason
the way. They're
Sheridan
running
over there.
Oh my
Mike
God.
Carlson.
Yeah. Hello.
Scott Gairdner.
Hey, buddy. Hi.
Hey.
Good to see you. Always good to see you both.
Great
Thank
to
God.
see you guys.
Yes.
So it's like, so we're sort of just talking about podcasting. Do you remember?
Yeah, for people who are just joining us right now, which is everybody. We were just talking about podcasting.
Talking shop. Yeah.
Talking shop.
You know, 'cause
Chopping it up.
We're all in the
Yeah.
game. We're shopping it up. We're chopping it up. And yeah, we're all in the same game. You guys have just joined our game. And I think it seems like you're looking for guidance in the game, being that you're asking what your podcast is.
Absolutely. How long have you guys been podcasting?
It's been 9 years.
Wow.
Or almost, or this will be the 9th year.
Yeah, this fall,
The end of the year. Yeah.
I think I recall, because it was a surprise. I mean, Scott and I have known each other, and I guess the 3 of us have probably known each other since
All of us,
2007 or 8 or something like that.
Yes,
I
late
would say.
2000s-ish.
Yeah.
The .comedy era, as
What
I
an
like
era.
to say.
What an
And you worked
incredible
at
time.
Rever?
No, I worked at a company that grew out of the ashes
Digicend.
of Rever.
You worked at Digicend.
Called Digicend. With the group Invisible Engine,
And what was
who were the people who hired you for Cometus Interruptus. Am I
Yes,
getting all of the
that
names
is correct.
Chris Campbell
Yes,
and
I
Sean
dropped
Bury.
them all. Yes.
Yes. Chris Campbell, Sean Bury, and Wyatt. Was Wyatt
And
part of
Matt
it?
Wyatt as well. Yeah.
Matt Wyatt.
And they also, I was hired to work at this company by a different internet sketch group, and then they knew other internet sketch groups like you guys. They knew a group called Team Tiger Awesome that had a guy named Nick Mundy. That helped us both become friends.
course, yeah.
And who's the guy who said, "Hey, you guys should do a podcast about theme parks"? He
it
pointed
was
at
Nick
us.
Mundy?
Yeah.
Wow,
He
way
had
to go,
nothing
Nick
to do
Mundy.
with it and does not profit from it or is not
And
helped by it in any way.
He's vaguely upset by that, I think.
And I think judges a lot of what we do with the show and what we don't do
Upset
with
that
the
you
show.
That he does not cut in. He didn't get cut in.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Because he didn't think this was going to work.
Yeah, and he didn't say we should do this.
Yeah, he
said
pointed at
you
us.
guys.
Yeah, he pointed. Yeah,
Yeah.
he pointed. Yeah,
Specifically the 3 of you. It was like you guys
He
were talking
pointed
about
at
rides.
me, and then I don't remember who he pointed
Okay.
at me, but I don't remember if he said He didn't put this together necessarily.
But it was like
he said
generally other
Scott
people
and-
should do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what
Well,
he
he
said.
said
though.
right there and then I shouldn't be a part of it, so he shouldn't be upset.
That's what-
when
really
you
shouldn't be
when you
upset.
point and you say we and you don't point at yourself and the
Yeah.
we, then you've cut
And you
yourself
don't help it
out of it.
get started, then you're out.
Right.
Yeah,
You're out.
you're out. You hear that, Mundy? You're out.
You guys don't record video,
No, not
but
yet.
you're a
the
true podcast. It's an
Yeah.
audio medium, but
Yes.
now it's so visual. It's a lot about clips.
Yeah.
But maybe the next step is recording podcasts for goggles and helmets,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the 3D situation. I don't
Because-
know how you do that exactly. But
Because they're like podcasts are friendship simulators.
yes, that's exactly what I was
So
thinking.
what you want is to like put it on and look to the left, and your buddies are on the couch.
Yes.
just cracking wise.
And so we would be, so there'd be a camera, and it
Right.
would be the camera, but for the 3D situation.
Yes.
So we'd be like sitting here being like, yeah, isn't that funny?
yeah,
And like looking at giving them that 3D
and like kind of putting your
experience.
hand like as if you were touching them and being like, yeah, you're in this too. Like,
Okay, so like,
Yeah,
so this,
it's kind of a new level of concern because you have to interrupt the conversation every now and then to go like, do you want some chips?
yeah,
Right.
Are you
include them.
thirsty?
Or like,
And it's a little unnatural, but you get used to anything.
To be
you
a
know?
host to someone who isn't in the room.
give
know?
them like a
be
little
tough.
kiss on the cheek or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
like just a quick one.
Can I interject with something that's sort of blue?
Oh, do you guys feel okay with that?
Yeah, I'd love
Yeah,
I mean,
that.
I didn't
yeah.
sign any sort of waiver about such things,
Yeah.
but I guess I'll consent.
And usually you don't check. Usually you just go right away.
Right.
ahead with it.
But do you recall in your 20s a series of pornographic videos that were called virtual sex?
No.
Wait,
what is it?
do.
Virtual
They were
sex?
VHSs.
No, this was in the age of the internet.
Okay.
But it would be like,
Yes, and they'd be
hi,
talking to you.
are you ready for me? It would be like kind of
yeah.
POV.
It's like exactly like the podcasting you guys are talking about reminds me exactly of those old virtual sex videos.
It's impossible to
is.
find, is what I figured out, because the phrase you will find a zillion results for, but the
Right.
specific series that you're after,
yeah.
which I'd like to see, because is it people or is it? I mean, what I'd be really excited is if it's kind of like Lawnmower Man type, like
No, it
bad early
but
3D.
it was a person in like a sort of blanket, like in front of a black background. Which is sort of like, it's like, what is this space?
the
that I'm having?
sexiest place
Yeah.
you could imagine.
No.
But sometimes they would do like whatever like to you and stuff. Sorry.
Wait, oh man, no,
I
this is
would-
where, this is where I
amazing.
want to
Well, you had to
more.
imagine. You had to use a little bit of your imagination. But they were talking like it's like. But yeah, so like I remember hearing the first episode because I remember one of the first episodes was about maybe about was it about the ET ride or Indiana Jones? You released two
Those were-
episodes.
Two on the same
Those
day.
were the same,
first
yeah,
two.
yeah,
Jeez,
same day.
Good memory, Carl. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, Kyle.
It was a long way to get to. I had known Scott for a long time, and I remember the podcast being like a full surprise.
Oh,
when
totally.
it-
Yeah,
'cause we
yeah.
had never mentioned it to me, and then one day these episodes came out, and I being on an airplane, and I was just excited because like I love theme parks, and I didn't really I knew of you guys. I think just from like performing at UCB, but I was so excited, and it's such a great listen, and you guys are so enthusiastic. It's really incredible. In fact, Wet Ryan here have you
yeah.
graduated past intern?
I'm still an intern, but I get paid.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's
wow.
good.
Hey,
Good.
that's-
hard.
And I
That's hard
did
to
get
find.
wet before the recording. It's not really visible on camera. I did kind of splash myself a little bit. And,
Wow.
and I had
like-
Ethan, who's the other intern, wipe it up.
Oh, that's so
great.
nice of you to get wet for us, right?
Yeah, wait, why the wet? Why the?
One time I walked in and it was raining outside, so I was all wet. And then Richelle saw me through the door and thought that was funny, so they had me come on, and I was Wet Ryan.
It's
and
like,
that's-
look at Wet
that's
Ryan.
what I had.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know if
And
do you
we
guys
had
have,
him
like,
on the podcast.
I
so
wasn't
there was a
sure.
You
picture.
guys don't really watch the show.
I wasn't sure if
Yeah,
it was like
I guess,
Some, not
I
all. I
guess
haven't
you
seen
don't
Wet
really
Ryan.
know about Wet Ryan.
I don't know if
It's
that's
like one of
fine.
the, it's like one of the. Do you guys have runners on your show?
Oh man!
boy, howdy
don't
doey.
even. We'll start. Yeah, we'll throw them out all day. We actually don't know how to be on a different podcast without just saying catchphrases
Right.
that have accrued
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
without saying like ham in the house.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
why it happened or why
what's
it
ham in the house?
Oh, it was me. Obviously,
That
it's
makes
about
sense.
ham. I think I said like, "Oh, my family usually kept ham in the house, and sometimes I do."
Yeah.
Just
That sounds like a
as,
good
like,
origin.
Ham in the
maybe we
house.
were parents that deli drawer is usually full. What if you need it to make sandwiches?
Yeah. So now how does it come up? Is it like if you were to say ham in the house?
They
like,
usually check in, and I'm a little more health conscious nowadays, so
Right.
it's more of a treat to have ham in there.
So we ask in a concerned way. Ham in the house?
Yeah,
Because we're a little
yeah.
worried that there is, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's
None
on the
right
higher
now.
echelon of healthier things that you would be eating. though.
Potentially, yeah. It's only a little process,
No Taco Bell item has ham in it.
unfortunately.
Not even a breakfast, really?
I don't. Oh, that's a good question.
No,
I don't know.
I think they do like bacon.
Perhaps
or
bacon,
something.
but that's
and
yeah.
sausage.
I guess
Yeah.
to go back to the original point, at this current moment here in 2026, ham in the house?
No ham in the house right now.
No ham in the
Nice.
house.
Does anyone do you have ham in that?
No. We've really cut back on all cold cuts.
Oh, man.
Sausage.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because there was even smoked salmon, anything smoked, all that stuff has carcinogens.
Right.
And it's like a
Yes.
study came out and saying like that cold cuts are basically as bad as cigarettes. I don't know if
Wow.
that's true, but it is. There are as
Like,
bad.
oh, really? Should I be cutting out?
I-
There's a lot of turkey sandwiches in the house.
This is
I-
now we're getting to
I
a
like
philosophical place
now-
where it's like, maybe you want to allow yourself a cold cut.
Yeah, no, I think like anything, every now and then. But like, I feel like now we gear more towards like chicken salad for a sandwich or something instead of a turkey sandwich.
That's probably
Okay.
smart. Okay.
But I don't know. This
No,
is just
no,
like
no,
internet
let's-
stuff. So
no,
maybe
tell-
like in a week they'll be like,
Yeah.
that's actually
I
it's
remember
actually
hearing that
good
a
for you.
couple
to
years
eat.
What's your chicken setup? Are you buying canned chicken? Or are you buying the rotisserie? and
Rotisserie.
pay-
Rotisserie.
Yeah,
And
that's
as soon as
good.
I get the rotisserie home, I take it off the
bone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
put it in a Tupperware. Because once you put that thing in the fridge,
Yeah.
it's harder to pull off. You're not going to get all the
It
meat
is.
off, and
you're gonna get
it gets
goo
colder.
at the bottom.
you're
gonna
gonna get the
fat
goo
and
at the
grease.
bottom
You're
of the
gonna
bag.
get the goo
no,
at the bottom.
thank you. Yeah, it's not a
No.
pleasure. Yeah,
And
we're on the
the
same page.
carcass goes right into a pot of because you're making your own chicken stock. I'm
Absolutely,
assuming.
yeah. So you're gonna put that. You're gonna put the meat in the Tupperware, and then you're gonna make some stock.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be.
But you
you're
don't
gonna
want the
feel great.
goo would not be a good base of a stock
I mean, that could go in the stock, but
Okay.
you don't want that in your
because it
chicken.
dissipates. Then you're not getting pure goo.
Yeah.
Goo is just one component of stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
would it be fair to say chicken in the house?
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Always
Great.
chicken in the
I'm
house.
glad and we just gave you one. Now you guys have a
Yeah,
new one.
I
You
think
can
that's
run
we get a
with
lot of-
that.
and
Yeah.
shout out to the Roccos. They're our listeners. Please go if you run into somebody, say chicken in the house.
Yeah, or you could even say ham in the. If you run into a Clifford, right? You're
Yeah,
gonna-
Cliffords,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
Maybe if a Clifford out there meets a Rocco, you just talk about the ham and chicken.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Can
got the
someone be a
Cliffords, the
Clifford and a
Rocco.
Rocco? Can they keep both of those?
I think there might
in
be
there?
one.
I'll allow
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
got to be
Wet
somebody.
Ryan, perhaps?
Yeah, this is really exciting for me. This is like a crossover episode. This is like Cartoon All Stars to the rescue.
Wow, you're
That's
really
the-
speaking our
that's
language.
The highest
That's
And
honor.
just
awesome.
to be
Yeah.
clear, this is literal wet. This isn't like training day. I didn't know you like to get wet. PCP
No,
wet.
it's water.
Okay, so it's not
It's
PCP.
not PCP Ethan
right.
Hawke in the car.
Okay.
Seeing green.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Okay.
let's declare you the first hybrid Clifford Rocco, right? Or
Yeah.
reorder that if you want. I mean, you work here.
He's
if
a
you
Cliff.
want-
He's
I'm
definitely a
probably
Clifford.
a Clifford first.
Proud.
and
I
foremost.
don't know that I don't know that he would claim to be a Rocco. I think he's being sweet to us.
Yeah.
But I will say his bio.
And
I don't know if you guys
Indian
want to peruse this at all, but he did a very thorough job of the work
Whoa.
you've done. And
Is that
This
the same
is
thing?
fun. Wow.
Are you okay that I'm
wow.
sharing it?
I didn't even go on the
This
wiki.
is, I feel almost
Didn't even
like,
go on the wiki, just right off the dome.
Jeez, wow. I feel almost guilty about this, knowing that Ryan goes to what was
Wow.
my film school, Loyola Marymount.
Oh, wow.
And we've corresponded before this and had good correspondence. And knowing that you're getting, theoretically, you should be getting good education there, but now you're using your time to create bios about us that
Wow.
mention Avatar, that mention the National Daddy Award, a bunch
Yeah.
of nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
getting
Feel
paid
free.
now. He's getting paid to do
That's,
this.
and you know what? If you're getting
He's
paid,
getting
if-
paid to
if-
write about you guys.
Are
Yeah,
you
if it's-
still in school?
Yeah, I just finished my sophomore year.
That's a hell of a commute to Loyola Marymount.
It is. It was like an hour every day. But now I'm living on a couch in Glendale, so it's
nice.
That's
Oh,
better.
great,
That's
Yeah.
better. That's better.
What color of couch?
Yeah.
What,
Green.
And you're a taller man, long enough
It's long.
for
It's
you.
long
You're
and
not
comfy.
squeezing into it.
comfier than my bed at school. It's longer than my bed at school. Too.
Oh wow!
That
Wow.
makes sense,
And it's
actually.
what's the material of this green couch?
I don't know, like a fluffy thing.
Oh, fluffy thing.
I'm living with my college friend's parents, but he's in Italy.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. So how's that? Do you want to talk about that? How
yeah,
is that
they're
dynamic
lovely
going?
people.
That's
Do
very-
they feed you?
No.
Is
I
there
know
ham
my
in the
answer.
house?
Is there ham in the house? Probably. I
Chicken
don't
in the
know.
house.
Will
I-
you
no idea,
will you
actually.
check when you get home?
Yeah, I'll check when I get home. I don't really use their fridge.
So
or their
wait,
pantry,
let
but I'll
me
rummage
pull
around.
back a little bit here. Your friend is in Italy, but you're sleeping on the couch and not in his bed?
No, because he shares a bed with his twin brother, and his twin brother goes to UCLA, and they have a quad, so he just would like to have a room to himself for once.
They have a quad?
The twins share a bed. I don't want to. Let's. I don't want to. I don't want to go any further into the twins sharing the bed. I'm nervous.
I mean,
They
I'm
don't
all
share a bed. They have their own beds.
Okay,
Share
you
a
said
room.
share a bed.
Share a
so I don't know
room.
what
What's
to
that? They share a twin bed.
They
Do the
share-
twins share a twin bed? Because that's got to be
Yeah,
awkward.
that's true. Yeah,
Not
twin
fair.
beds are in the
Just because they're
picture,
twins,
too.
you should
They
share a twin
share a
bed.
room.
This is getting complicated. Now, what I'd rather have
beds.
now is a bio that lists all of this.
Yeah, I'll make a
Yeah.
bio.
That
for
would,
me
if,
and I'll
if it
email
was in
to you.
print, I think I could track
We're
it
going to get
better.
into that later.
Can I ask you guys a question? Okay, I wrote down some things that I was curious about, and I have a broad question. I just want to say a phrase, and maybe I'm sure you've spoken about this ad nauseum, but I just want to know your initial reactions when you hear this phrase, which you hear all the time. Okay,
I have a guess.
I
Is it
bet-
2 words?
it is.
Is it DA?
Yes.
I knew it. Somehow I knew it. Well, feel free, unless I'm way.
No,
Disney
but-
Adventures magazine.
Okay,
That'd be
what does
really
that mean? What
exciting.
does that
yeah,
mean?
no, Disney adults.
Disney adults.
Yeah.
What when you hear it, what is your instinctual response? Has that evolved? I mean, I guess I just want a blanket. What do you when I say that? How do you react? Because you must also, sorry to add on to it, find yourself in situations where other people are saying it around you.
Yeah.
We're just to be clear, have we
Yeah.
gone over exactly what we've said? The podcast Ride guys are here, but for the people who don't know the podcast, have we said exactly what it is?
That I'm not sure.
I don't
Okay,
think.
I don't think we
Possibly
have.
not.
So why don't you tell our listeners exactly what the podcast
Sure.
is?
Yes, that's probably smart to do.
And then we can go to the question.
It's a podcast about theme parks,
Yes.
generally speaking, about any and all Disney, sure, but Universal and more obscure and anything all over the world. Probably, roughly speaking, a different ride or theme park or obscure animatronic robot show.
Sure. Or restaurant or store, even
Restaurant,
anything.
hotel, yeah.
If it's
Menu item.
vaguely themed,
You will do
I
a
think
dive-
it counts.
deep dive
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
If the
Yeah, so-
the robots that you ride on at the mall, if you're a child, we would do an episode on
Yes,
that.
yes.
Right.
Yeah. If it's something stupid that's out in the regular world,
Yeah.
then there's one I was very fond of about the electronics store Fry's Electronics.
Yeah.
Because every one of those was themed. One was space. One was a Mayan
wow, I
temple.
didn't know they were
One was
themed.
Alice. And yes. So some were islands, whatever. So that counts. Theming
Restaurants,
counts.
Rainforest Cafe,
Absolutely.
maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Rainforest
that
Cafe fan, yeah.
it's a great topic, expansive topic to cover, and
I
you guys
think
are
so,
experts
especially
on
if you stretch it out just in that little redefinition I did,
Mm-hmm.
where anything count, where riding a robot at the mall
Yeah.
counts. That
Yes.
really lets you. That gives you
That
9
gives you-
years
yeah,
worth of
that's
stuff.
the fun
But
of it.
generally speaking, theme parks, and I think it grew out of us. Going to theme parks together,
Mm-hmm.
finding ourselves in conversations where we realized we all separately over the years had learned all the minutia, we knew all the trivia, and who made all the rides
Yes.
and all the little Easter egg details, and we found ourselves like boring wives and partners with all
Right.
of the stuff
Yeah.
that we all knew about all of this stuff, which might be why Nick Mundy pointed at us one day and
So
said,
Who
"You
is
should
the
do a
very
We need to create a
podcast."
space for this where
Yeah,
people
yeah,
will,
yes, yeah, yeah.
people who want to listen can find it.
Yes, yeah, and where wives and partners can tune in or tune out,
Yes.
just like
Yeah.
like a wall that they're willing, they're welcome to come through.
Someone
the wall whenever they
engaged,
want.
some probably want to, some don't want to, I would imagine.
Yeah,
I think
or you want to
partners.
some of the time, but you need a break.
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
say.
Who
from
is the
talking
like
about
kind of
all the-
iconic Imagineer you had on, Tony?
Tony Baxter?
Baxter.
Yes, I remember there being a lot of. To me, it felt like the equivalent of like Marin getting Lorne or something like that. Because I feel like it was a name I didn't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the names like you guys do, but you had talked about him and his work. And it just felt like such a get, and such a reward for the listener for you to finally get
Thanks.
him.
And we somehow did that out of the gate. We did it in the reverse order of Marin, where that was early on.
Yeah,
And
like
we're
in the first
now,
year.
Now what do we do?
Wow, I didn't know it was that
now a
early.
bunch of nonsense. And it was
Now
our
it's
first
just been
live show ever.
chaos. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're free to, not make any sense to anyone. But he's a big deal. Yeah, he's behind Big Thunder Mountain and Splash Mountain and what's the big?
Star Tours.
Star Tours, Figment,
Oh yeah. The little purple dragon figment from
Yeah.
Epcot Center.
and then he'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, I invented the Soarin' ride vehicle. Like he'll drop stuff that even he wasn't the primary guy on.
Wow.
Like, so you go, oh, there's like tons of stuff you don't even know. It's not like listed on the internet
Yeah.
that he like grabs credit for.
Yeah.
I said that in a bad way.
You mostly don't know you don't know who does what in that Imagineering building
Sure.
where all of the Disney stuff happens. Most people don't like, sign their work, but he's probably one of the more prominent. Like,
Right.
if you're interested in this stuff at all, the fact that you'd come across his name at all shows he's like and you're not like a super deep fan. Although pretty, I mean, because you've been on a bunch.
I love being on your show, but no, it's not even like that. No, but this is about you guys.
Yes, I see. There's notes about
Okay,
us.
so Disney adult.
Yeah, Disney adult.
What's
Disney
oh,
adult.
sorry,
Guys.
sorry, should we define what that is?
Yeah,
too?
sure.
Or like generally, it's a
Is
adult
there a
who goes
definite?
fine. Okay.
I feel like it means so much nowadays.
And it means, yeah, there's a spectrum.
it's sort of
say so.
derogatory.
It's for sure
I think
derogatory.
it mostly,
Yeah, for sure
mostly
derogatory.
lands derogatory, yes. And I feel like I have a mental picture, I think, of what people are picturing, which probably involves like sparkly mouse ears, which
Yes.
you'll notice that none of the three of us are wearing.
Right. Well, like, because
currently.
honestly, like, I don't know you guys as well as I know Kyle, but Kyle would fall under Disney adults for, I think, right? Because you like Disney as an adult. You would go
if
without
That's
kids.
the definition. Yeah.
But it's like you're into it, you're a fan of it, but you would not fall under that definition for me. Because I've been to Disney and I have a certain idea of what a Disney adult is. And I think it's like a little bit more diehard and like dressing up and
I think so.
going to like, social things where you can meet other people and like participate in that more on like a social level as opposed to like being a fan of the rides and the park itself.
There's a thing called Disney bounding where you dress kind of like subtly like the characters.
Yes.
So you're not wearing Prince Eric's outfit exactly, but you're wearing like blue pants and like a white dress up shirt. So you
Right.
vaguely look like him.
Because you're not
Color nods.
adults aren't allowed to wear.
You're not allowed to wear
Cannot wear
full
costumes.
Prince Eric outfit.
Except at the
exact.
Halloween
Right.
time
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't want people to start taking photos of you. You don't want to like
Right,
be
fool
confused
people, yeah.
for an employee. And then if you were to do something weird and upsetting,
Right.
and people
Yeah.
think that you work there,
Oh,
then that's
interesting.
trouble for them. So yes, that Disney bounding, that's maybe the kind of thing that like what we consider more of a Disney.
It's a little more hardcore because, like, I guess I've never seen someone like Disney bound as Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas, but if I saw somebody that was like wearing the colors of Grandmother Willow, I would be like, well, this is a different like zone. This is not.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
out of my league as far
It's
as.
hard to do. That's a tough one.
But if
Yeah.
it's just like colors and like
Some leaves on your
a hat with like maybe like a veil
Yeah.
to kind
Oh,
of
sure.
cover
Yeah,
to
yeah.
kind of suggest the trunk of a tree.
Mike's on one of his Grandma Willow kicks again.
Grandmother Willow. Well, I mean, it's just like underrated character. People talk about the genie, but like, when are we talking about Grandmother Willow?
Yeah, I
very
don't-
rarely.
This is the first time I've ever talked about Grandmother Willow.
Right.
And,
Well,
you know.
you've got a big surprise coming when we say what your podcast is.
Yeah.
Just start learning.
Yeah.
The Disney adult thing, though. I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, what is it to you?
Do you guys agree that just like it does feel like it's said with a lot of judgment, and I don't. So which makes me kind of recoil from it. Like I guess, although the way you just put it, Beck, does not sound offensive at all, and that
Yeah.
you would include your good
I
friend
wonder
Kyle
if
in
there
that,
are people who proudly label themselves. I will say, like, when you guys started the podcast, part of the intro was 3 childless adults or
Men in their
something.
30s.
Men in their 30s.
Yeah, 3 childless. Yeah, a theme park podcast hosted by 3 childless men in their 30s,
And
which
since
was
then-
Jason's line, and it was true
Right.
then. But now some of us are not childless anymore, and none of us.
No
are
one's in their 30s
No.
anymore.
That
Sorry
is
to say.
the
I'm
thing.
sorry.
As
Yeah.
somebody with a kid,
No.
and now going to Disney because I went as an adult prior to the kid and with the kid, and I've said this before, so forgive me, but like I am affected by certain adults, and I don't know that they like fall under this category of Disney adults, but like this could get me in trouble. My daughter is into the characters, meeting the characters.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And almost every single time we're in line to meet Chip and Dale or Daisy or whatever, there will be a group of like 4 or 5 20-somethings or 30-somethings decked out in, like you said, like sparkly mini ears or whatever. And they just take their fucking sweet ass time with Chip and Dale, and they're doing bits like, "Oh yeah, hey, yeah, oh yeah, are you gonna grab the acorn?" Like, and it's like, and like Chip's like, and they're like, "Hey, I didn't say you could do that." They're like fully doing like an
You don't
like
want
a
an
long,
improv
like a
set
long form
happening.
improv.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's limit. Only one side can talk, so that's not going to be a satisfying show.
I'm like, my 2.5-year-old just wants to get a fucking photo and leave.
Yeah.
Like that.
And you want to leave. You
yes.
don't want it. That's a real. The day becomes a lot less pleasant in any of these places if an hour is spent in one of these character lines, which are not always like shaded. Those
No.
are not always comfortable places to be. Yeah.
But that to me, and these will be groups of adults where it's like you have to look out for the fact that like I'm not going to say the parks are. I think saying they're built for children is like kind of risky in some way or another.
Yeah.
But
Ages 8 to 80, Kyle. Ages
Right,
8
right.
to 80.
And the child inside of all of us.
But I do
Yeah.
think like
that's what Walt would say.
there is a responsibility, arguably, when it's 2 PM to look out for a kid behind you and make sure that they
Yes.
get like.
It's
Well,
just
to-
polite.
and-
It's good manners.
And to be clear, like I would see those as Disney adults. I don't necessarily see you as a Disney adult. I think some people would see that.
Right.
But like because I think it inherently does have a negative connotation, and I do think that there's a difference between being an appreciator and a fan and somebody who goes and being a Disney adult. Disney adult to me means like a way of life almost.
Exactly.
And like,
Yes.
like a personality shift.
I feel
or
like
something
it's
like
a
that, but maybe I'm
bubble.
wrong.
I think you're right. And I think it's it's a bubble that you're in where it's all that you do and all that
Yes.
you think about. And a goal that I had with this podcast is like a show that is about this stuff, but where other pop culture exists and is referenced as well. Because don't you feel that from some listeners, some fans that like it's truly all they completely are in a Disney bubble with Disney blinders.
You should be obsessed about like 10 things in your life, not just one. Like diversify your obsessions is kind of what we're going for, I think.
Absolutely.
Now, Jason and I have met Robin Hood at the parks before I had a kid. So
That's
we
okay.
have
I don't know if I
stood
knew this really.
we stood in line, but I think the difference is, let me make it you tell me if I'm wrong. That was a limited time character.
Yeah, there was
And you
like
can
no
meet the
line,
characters.
and they started goofing with us.
They started goofing with us. It wasn't us doing
and we
it.
were in
didn't
and out
do
like
it.
goofed
2
them.
minutes.
He goofed on
We
them.
were in and out
I
like
have
2
no
minutes.
problem with adults meeting the characters.
No
I do
problem.
when there's like a long line behind you.
There's an
and-
entitlement, is what you're
there-
talking about.
And when
yeah,
it's
and
not
it's like
limited time.
when you're not
it's,
looking
this
out
is an
for-
all the time thing.
Yeah.
Why did you choose now?
Can I give the answer? I think I do. I've said this on the show before. There's a clip of an interview with a person I look up to with in a lot of different ways. Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins.
yeah.
He's called a Disney adult by the host of this show, and he goes, "No, those are fighting words." He doesn't like the distinction. He says, "I'm a Disneyland weirdo." And I think that's much more apropos of what we're doing. And I do appreciate that because I do think that's a specific distinction. And I don't know if it's like I want to be like cooler or more niche,
Right.
but I feel like it suggests something different than just a blanket like Disney adult.
I agree. Like to me, and like I'm further outside than you guys, but
Yeah.
but that is more accessible to anybody.
Yeah.
Like Disney adult feels more like I don't, like if people are curious about the parks,
Yeah.
they're like another category like you guys is
Yeah.
I
more
think
accessible.
early on
something
we
to
tried to distinguish ourselves as like theme park fans.
Right.
yes.
Like
Oh, yeah.
fans of these places and how they work and how it's done.
Mhm.
And as for I will speak just for me, but like
That's a sign.
that's, I guess
big sign.
like,
A light cycle just
Lightning McQueen just drove by.
ka-chow.
Launch happened.
I'll watch some of their movies and TV shows, but it's like, well, I'll watch other movies and TV
Right.
shows too and enjoy them just as much,
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah.
not more.
Not just Disney. One thing I like about theme parks is that it's a world where like the fandom doesn't matter. Like I think we all enjoy the Universal Studios show Waterworld Alive SeaWars Spectacular, which has been going for many, many years and is very popular, which is why I don't want to say the full name of it. Are any of us fans of Waterworld? No. Have any of us even seen Waterworld?
Yes.
I haven't watched all
okay,
of it.
there you
no.
go.
Oh,
What do you-
yeah.
what'd you
When I
think?
was like 11 or 12, there was a network television premiere, and I was like, it's pretty good. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Did they dub over the
everything-
swears and stuff?
Probably, yeah.
Somehow it was like one of the movies we had on VHS, and I think we watched it a
Oh
lot.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like the whole set is a ride. The
Yeah.
set of that
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
is
yeah.
just like a like a live action show from Universal Studios.
Yeah, for sure. But like that's an example of like, it's I think we're not like one track minded about Disney. Like if there's a big dumb ride or show, it doesn't matter what the source of it is. I don't need to have ever seen it or be a fan of it. Who cares? If something exploded in front of me, I'm happy.
Yeah, and there's all levels of like criticism or irony or genuine appreciation. It seems like with all there's a range of things where you're like, yes.
And with that, in terms of the character meet and greets, have you spoken before about like kind of your relationship with Minnie? I feel like there was something about. Have you interacted with the Minnie walk around?
It's the entire last third page of the bio.
It's on this this Steele dossier here.
It just says Mike and his wife have an understanding.
Oh, okay. So, well, you wouldn't call yourself a Disney?
This might change the entire last 10 minutes.
It's like he's talking about how like we once met Robin Hood, but he's never around. But I swear, like you've spoken about meeting Minnie multiple times, and like,
yes,
do you have a hall
I know where you're
pass
going
with Minnie.
Well,
or what's...
First of all, I should say this wasn't something we concocted before, like my wife and I or anything. This is something that happens to me specifically in Orlando, not in Anaheim. The Orlando Minis will press their like snout up against my face, and the performer inside will make a kiss, like mwah. Like a big mwah.
You're hearing from behind whatever, plastic or
behind
whatever.
Plastic,
even though you're not
hear.
supposed to. You're not supposed to.
Well, you
right?
can do some, like I think they have some, like Chip and Dale. Like a
Try to do a bit with him sometime. You'll have a great time.
Okay, so you get the snout pushed up against your face.
So you get the snout pushed up
against your face. You get a fucking kiss sound, right? So what do? You hard or what?
You get I get hard immediately. First of all,
bricked up, fully bricked.
Why are they doing this to you? Do they just other people or just you?
I don't have a good answer for this. In Anaheim, they don't do that. I've never had a Minnie make the noise and press the snout up against my face.
And
in fact, a Minnie at California Adventure once seemed very put out to take photos with us.
Yes, well, that's a whole nother element of it.
Here's the kind of thing that happens on our show is that he's over here talking about how the Orlando Minis, they can't keep their hands off me. Right. They're kissing me through the snouts. But then we did a thing once where it was like towards the end of the day and there was a Minnie hanging around and taking photos, and I gave Minnie a hug, and then a photo was taken, and I left. And these guys were both the amount of judgment.
He gave the Minnie a hug.
Whoa!
He gave the Minnie a hug.
The line.
He did.
Hug. I don't know. That's look. There's character interactions, then there's character interactions.
I gave the Minnie a hug too, and I felt like there was like, all right, move along kind of thing.
But he did hug the Minnie.
You got to walk us through like kind of the initiation of the hug, how it happens.
Are you not allowed to hug the characters?
No, you are.
But it's like you're waiting
that's
in line.
Correct, Jason. That's correct, Beck.
I think
this
it's okay.
guy's got other rules in his
head. I just want to
head.
Can you just walk us through? You wait in line. You're at Minnie. You're like, hey, Minnie, I'm a big fan.
End of the night.
Can I get
dark?
Hug?
It's dark out.
Okay.
You should say that to set
Why
the stage.
does the hour matter?
It's just later.
Minnie is out.
We're in California Adventure.
Characters.
It's late.
Things happen.
There's some strange men on the street in California Adventure.
They
it's
dropped
late.
the "where my hug at," the most uncomfortable phrase in the English language.
We're wearing like kind of like cabbie style hats for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Well, it's the 30s.
It's the 30s, right? On Buena Vista Street in California Adventure, we were of course dressed like the time period.
20s maybe.
Whatever, around that time.
Look, I do think that the interaction was just, hey, and I just went up and gave her
I
a
haven't
hug.
seen you in a while. What's going on?
Yeah. Long time.
I never said, like when I was in Orlando, I never said like, Minnie, right here, please. Like I never initiated the kiss. That was always just something the performer decided to do. Right. So I feel like when I went in to take a photo with Minnie, she didn't give me a big, hey, like let's do a hug.
Yeah.
I was going to have to like force a hug on Minnie. And I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't feel...
So are you implying that
she might have been different with you.
Hug
she might have been different. She might have had a different vibe coming from you. I don't know. I wasn't in your shoes, but for me personally, I didn't feel like I wanted to hug the Minnie. So then we went there.
That's you, and I have my own read.
That's
of
what I said. I wasn't judging. I'm just saying.
Valid.
I'm just saying. In that moment in Anaheim, California, I didn't feel the same warmth I feel from the Orlando Minis.
By warmth, you mean hooking up? A kiss to the face.
Look, if you want to cut to the chase.
You didn't feel the warmth from inside his pants when a boner was achieved.
And how many times have you gotten this kiss in Orlando?
At least twice, possibly 3 times. And different trips as well.
The third time, I couldn't tell it was a kiss exactly. It might have been
We went to,
chewing a gumdrop.
Was it a cough? Well, yeah,
Yeah.
what's going on in there? It's
Mike,
muffled.
I do have to say this probably isn't the time and the place to bring this up, but when
okay.
you turn to your wife and go, Lindsay, kiss here, please, right here, it does make us a little uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I've been sitting on that for a while.
Look, I'll try to curb that, but I can't promise it.
I'm not asking.
Something we've been doing for a decade.
Okay.
There's an understanding there. That's you have an understanding with
He has
Minnie.
a lot of understanding.
Yeah, a lot
So
of
many
understandings.
understandings.
Now, I saw in the in your bio here that James Cameron is a certified Clifford.
That was a joke.
Oh, wow!
I was gonna say, because
Wet Ryan's
Wet
tricking
Ryan.
me.
News-
We're getting
news
that
to us.
news right
In
now.
context,
That's pretty huge.
It was that Mike coined the phrase "the mighty Akron,"
Yeah.
and then when they said "mighty in the way of water," trailer fans assumed that it was a reference because James Cameron is such a big Clifford.
Okay.
You do
You
know your
you
stuff.
know your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
coined a term about the Avatar ride in Florida. Then that term essentially was said in the second.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
This is a theory that some of us ascribe to, and that Ryan, I guess. Is
okay, so
ascribed
Ryan
to.
in the future, you got to say this is a Ryan, a theory.
There are definitely
not like
issues with
fact.
these bios.
Asterisk.
Not just
The following
There's-
statements were jokes.
There's
Okay,
some like
so-
kind of editorial thing happening on the bios.
because I could see James Cameron being a fan because he's a fan of the immersive experience and the rides and the movies
Yes.
and the whatnot and what have you.
Yeah,
And Disney's coming out with a new Avatar
Mm-hmm.
area. So Ryan, we're gonna have a long conversation. Long
Brian, you got to
conversation.
put the /s.
And this is the
like
first time he's-
internet sarcastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the first time he's sitting in on a podcast record.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be the last.
Jeez.
No, I'm kidding. No, you're welcome
If this
anytime.
is the scolding that you're willing to do on air, imagine how
wait
dark
till you
it's
see
gonna
how I
get.
treat him off air.
Who? Oh, we get to
yeah.
stay?
Yes,
We get to-
I'm-
oh, great.
I'm gonna close the door and make everybody stay for this.
Our own private show, not for the listen, not even on the
Oh,
Patreon.
jeez.
Yeah.
Beck the Butcher.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
no.
the-
Wet Ryan is perfect the way he is, just perfectly wet. We love you.
Do
Wet
you
from sweat soon enough.
now? I don't know if again this is a question. I don't know if this is a leading question and taking you all to vulnerable places, but Scott, I also feel like, and I don't remember where you guys fall, but I think that like you've had an evolution of like the amount of thrill you're willing to engage with in some of these rides. Is that accurate to say? Like
yes, big time.
when you first started the podcast, you hadn't done like, for instance, a ride like had you done the Tower of Terror, which is like a big drop?
Here's where I was at. There was like a short list of rides that I had done, pressured by a girlfriend who I wanted to impress, with whom I guess I didn't have an understanding about scary rides. So I remember that I had done the Tower of Terror, and I had done what is now an Incredicoaster with her, and utterly terrified every second.
Not
of it.
enjoyable.
Yeah, no, genuinely awful experiences. I think I didn't know how to breathe right. I didn't know how to steel myself for these situations, and then through the years, I've gotten over. I think I was very nervous about any coaster that launches, anything that goes from 0 to 65 or whatever, very fast. You actually helped me get over that one. We were at California Adventure. I'm not close enough to do the fist, but thank
fist
you.
bump.
Yes,
Sorry,
Fist in the
you need a
shoulder,
good
like,
little
good job.
knuckle in the arm. But here's how you did it. Is that I think we'd had a drink or two, and you said, "How about Incredicoaster?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, maybe." And then I'm still like, "Actually, I haven't done it in a long time. I'm actually kind of scared of that one." And you said, "Why?" And I was like, "That's a very good question. Maybe now is the time to be an adult and not be ridiculous." And now I love that ride very much.
Very sweet.
So thank you for that. The other crazy one, probably one of the crazier things that's happened in the show, is the guy Tony Baxter, who you mentioned. I wasn't doing Splash Mountain. I was too afraid of the drop on Splash Mountain.
Wow.
And we found ourselves in a situation where we're talking to the creator of Splash Mountain.
Right.
And I had to be vulnerable and say, I love this ride and I can't really go on it. I'm too scared. And he gave me advice on how to do it.
Really?
Which was something about, was it like, well, yeah, it's like, it's scary for a minute there, but then once you're done and you get to the big celebration at the end, it's pure pleasure.
That's very sweet.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, what a nice, and then I didn't want to let
So
the creator of the ride down.
yeah. So you love the ride, but you hadn't been on it.
I had been on it once to impress the guys.
Oh, gotcha.
Like
But you were like, I'm not
my
going back
middle
on.
school friends, and I was terrified by it.
Yeah.
So like, and there's still a spectrum of like, I think the craziest I will go is the rock and roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's the most intense I'll do.
Okay.
So there's still a lot that I do not, but I'm thankful to this whole experience, to doing the show, that that it's opened me. I like that. I don't want to be. I'm still a wimp, but I'm lightly less of a wimp.
Yeah. And after that, when you went down Splash Mountain with the middle schoolers or whoever it was there like a conversation after those, like where you sort of had to pretend like, yeah, I actually thought it was really cool. Like you sort of have to like puff up and pretend like you liked it.
Yeah,
or were you like,
yeah,
I actually really don't fucking like that shit, guys. Don't make me do that ever again.
I think I was dead silent for probably half an hour and still just feeling like the cold sweat on the forehead. But it gets to. I genuinely think I had sort of like a breathing issue or something. Like I think I wasn't like circular breathing, and after then I wanted to impress you, I guess, or whatever it was. I don't want to let you down. And so then I'm on it next to my wife Erin, and she's like whispering to me, like, what you do is you close your eyes. You always close your eyes, and that makes it worse because you're imagining something worse than what is actually happening. So keep your eyes open and breathe, and you'll be okay. And then that's
good advice.
Yeah.
Pretty
Did you know how terrifying of a thing that was on that random day? I was like very shaken.
I remember. I mean, I knew the lore a little bit.
Sure.
And I think I knew, the things you hadn't done that day. I probably didn't think too much of it. Like,
sure.
You didn't know you were torturing him?
Yeah, so I would never want to do that.
Why, dude? Have another beer. Relax.
I was blackout.
Sure. No, understand.
What are you, lame?
You never know.
And when I was just gonna go, come on.
Find a random 9-year-old to go on this with me.
Exactly.
Do you have any of this? But are you afraid of any of this stuff? Are you a roller coaster person?
I like roller coasters. I grew up with Six Flags, Great America, near me.
Like this guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I loved it. I remember when the Batman ride came out, and that was a big deal. Your legs were dangling, and I
You're
mean,
still a little freaked out about the legs dangling.
I will allow my legs to dangle, but it does. I don't know. There's a control issue with me in that.
Yeah.
But I'll do it.
I feel like though that was like the last time I went on like a new exciting roller coaster. I don't go to Knott's Berry Farm. I don't go to any like roller coaster parks. So like I don't know what they're doing these days, and it might be a little too much for me. Because also when you get, it's not even just like, it's not a fear thing, but like in your body changes. So like I'm more susceptible to getting nauseous, I think, than I used to be. Like riding Guardians, I think I was like a little hungover, or like had a beer or something, but I was like, oh my God, I'm not afraid of that, but God, I feel awful. Like it's just
is that a last couple years kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do you remember? I was with you guys in Orlando once, and I think everybody went on, and I did not go on the ride. The Incredible Hulk, favorite of Jason's, but I've also heard you guys complain a lot about it. Like that one now is a real migraine.
Oh,
That'll rattle your brain.
Yeah.
Really
that'll give you a little
badly.
headache.
Do you have any recollection or blackout? Was it blackout?
No.
At that time, I was truly browned out. There's no doubt about it.
That was the last day. Oh yeah, that was your bachelor party.
I was like, I need some food.
I remember it being like a little like head jostling, and
It's like vibrating the whole time.
Yeah.
but it was fun.
I did X2, the ride at Magic Mountain out here. I don't know if you know about this ride, but I want to say that one you're maybe, I don't know if you're lying down. It's like a multiple things. You're like lying down and backwards or something
You
like that.
spin.
And you spin.
Spin
And there's
around.
flames.
Oof.
And like the soundtrack, as I recall in my head, it was like, you hear like they have like Jack Nicholson, like Few Good Men quote, like, you can't handle the truth. And then it'll be like, down, now.
And this is what ride?
It's called X2. And then Metallica plays.
Oh, wow.
And they do a great job of like, it's all on the climb that you're getting like little snippets of like, you fucking piece of shit.
Oh my God.
Say hello to my little friend.
Exactly. I also have a very specific memory of being at Magic Mountain, and I don't know, I was on one of those like what are the big ones? Viper or
Colossus.
something.
Twisted Colossus.
Tatsu.
Yeah, and like I was with a pal, and we were climbing up, and there was like a 15-year-old in front of me, and like I was feeling the anticipation, and I was nervous, and the kid like who's in front of me turns behind and is like, You scared?
Oh god.
Jesus.
That's the type of energy you get at like a roller coaster park and not Disneyland.
Yes.
It's like kind of people being like,
Don't be a pussy.
I'm like, oh come on, man, can't we just all just have fun and like not trash talk each other?
And
like,
why
Yeah,
does
you're
that
a stranger. Don't say
Yeah,
that.
you're a
you don't know
stranger.
anything
Leave
about
me
me.
alone.
What would make me scared? That still scares me to this day. I think we've talked on the show about still being afraid of teenagers now.
Yeah.
At 40, we are going to have them soon.
More so
I'm
than ever.
worried. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like, what are these? Oh god, yeah, you become old.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what happens.
yeah,
You
yeah.
become like, what are these kids screaming for?
Yeah.
Like,
And they're unpredictable.
oh.
They're like, Lucy, you don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Still to this day. You can, us in our
Well,
40s, predictable. Same shit every day.
When I first went to Fright Fest at Six Flags, we saw a teen sucking on the fog machine.
wow.
And the teen sucked the fog out and then like just sprayed it in the
Send
air
big
like it was a
plume.
vape.
Yeah.
So the
Wow.
big plume of fog. And my friend Anthony and I, we were just like, this is the coolest kid we've ever seen. We got to stay away from him, though,
Yeah,
because
stay
he'll
away
make fun
from
of
it,
us.
Sure.
First time I went to New Orleans, I checked into my hotel, and I saw a man getting sucked off by a woman right outside of the hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an amazing story, Kyle. You should tell that with every
And I had, to
guest.
tell the clerk, I was like, just so you're aware, there's somebody getting filleted.
And these are like
in front of
normal
the hotel.
people. These are people who like.
Very normal.
Very, so it's a normal thing to do.
Just normal
Can I,
sex. Yes.
okay,
can I
so
say something
we-
bawdy?
Yeah.
We should go
Never
on
mind.
to our.
No, Mike, please. Yeah.
I was just going to say, was there a plume afterward?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, they could have been ghosts. They could have been two ghosts.
They
You
could have
saw
been two
them
ghosts.
disappeared.
That's
into
Jason's
the-
right.
Before we move on to the next segment, can I ask one last question?
Well, yeah, I wanted to do a
Yeah.
lightning round type of thing.
Oh,
but-
great.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
can
And
we,
yours
can we
fit
do
into the
both?
lightning round. Can these be the same?
Yeah, we can do
Oh, it's
both.
the lightning round where we just ask a bunch of questions?
It was and they give their answer quickly because they're experts on theme parks. I wanted to.
Okay,
ask
great.
a couple
And we
lightning-
are part of it. It's not you asking each other questions and we just sit here.
Yeah, not us.
Okay,
It's
so
just you.
Oh, I'm
I
excited
have
to be part of
one sort of slightly more involved question for
Okay.
Scott,
Okay.
and then let's go to the lightning.
Okay,
round.
great.
Okay, can you just tell us the history of your involvement with the movie The Room, the Tommy Wiseau movie?
Oh man, yeah, always. I will never shut up about this. We know the room. You know what
Yes.
what I'm talking
The
about.
Room, Tommy Wiseau.
Famously,
Tommy
quote-unquote,
Wiseau's
bad
starred
movie.
and written by, directed by Masterpiece, 2003. Probably, I think the most fun bad movie ever made. The most like joyously, uproariously makes me so happy. It's like as funny as constant, like the sitcom thing of like like a check here for a joke, check here for a laugh. I think it has that. It's like funny as consistently as the funniest sitcom or sketch or whatever. I was lucky enough to be. Like I saw, it had a genuine theatrical run in 2003, like in the summer between high school and college for me, and for that they were showing ads for it on local TV. So I was just like, I just happened to see an ad and was flummoxed by it, and like this guy yelling, "You're tearing me apart," and like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
And it looked a little funny, but not that. I didn't really know, but I brought it up to a guy you guys know. I think Michael Rousselet.
Michael
my friend in high
Rousselet,
school.
what up?
And
Yeah. Let's see.
and
Shout
I in my head
out.
he's in the front seat of the car, I'm in the back, and it's silent, and I go, "Has anyone seen this weird ad where this guy yells, 'You're tearing me apart,' and then he like hits the brakes on the car or screech, turns back and goes, 'Yes, I have seen that. What the hell is that movie?' Like it was in both of our heads, just living unadorned. Like, what do we do with this? And like, okay, well, we got okay. Now that we've spoken of this to each other, we got to like track this thing down. Where is it playing? Oh, it's playing in an hour in the theater closest to us. It could possibly be playing in the Valley.
That's
Let's
fate.
go. And this is our dream, to like find some bad movie, some Mystery Science Theater thing that's ours that we could really own. So we march up to the theater with shit-eating grins and like, 3 for the room, please. Our friend David is there as well. And the guy behind the window just kind of like grimaces, like stifles a laugh, and says, "Would you like to read a review of the movie?" And he puts an IMDb review up to the glass that says this film is like getting stabbed in the head, and it says something about it being made by a drunk Croatian cyborg.
Wow.
And we're like, whoa.
So was he trying to talk you out of it?
I think he was.
You sure you want to do this?
I
Like,
think genuinely so, because they had a no refunds policy at the Lemley Fallbrook 7, and they definitely encountered this before. Like people were trying to leave.
Yeah.
And they started sorry, there's nothing we could do. So it was just like, you know what you're getting in for, right? And we said, yes, sounds good. We're more in than ever. Then he says, would you like a copy of the soundtrack to the room? And we're like, the movie's giving us presents already? This is crazy.
Wow.
So we walk in with our stuff and like cannot wait. Like from the first word out of his mouth, which is, hi, babe. We're dying laughing, and it never stops. And it gets to the credits, and Rusile immediately gets his phone out, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I am calling everyone we know. I'm telling him to come here right now. If like either buy a ticket or we'll sneak him in the fire exit. We're staying in the theater. We're watching it again right now, which we did.
Wow.
And we watched it the next night and the next night and the next night. And then it disappeared for a long time. And it was like, well, this thing is so special. We need to track this and just make sure it doesn't fall through the cracks and disappear forever. So the fact that it is this thing that plays all around the world now, and that like, I don't know, basically like there's, I think there were a few groups, but my like high school friends and I were like the initial like rabid cackling audience for this thing. And I'm very proud to have been there early.
Yeah, that's incredible. So did you guys then start doing screenings of it?
That's the only thing. We never organized a screening, but we did when they started doing it. They started showing, all right, finally the movie's back after many, many months. And we just like, now we met all these people in college and like do you know about this thing? You got to come to this thing. Yeah. And we would just flood the zone with as many people as we could. Wow. And there were a lot of nerves at that time because we didn't know the personality of Tommy Wiseau, who has an odd vibe in this movie, I would say. You kind of can't classify him, put him in a box. And we're like, is he bringing us here to trap us? Is a rifle going to go off from the back of the room? And now we're all sitting ducks. But it turned out he loved every bit of it. He was so happy we're all there, like getting drunk, having fun, laughing at his thing. And we're like, you don't care that we're laughing? And he said, do whatever you want. You can laugh, you can cry, just don't hurt each other.
Wow.
Which is something he still says all the time. He will not say where he is from or where he got his money from. But besides that,
don't hurt each other.
There's a great book about the history of the movie that got turned into a movie, The Disaster Artist by Greg Sestero. Yeah. And there's a picture of me and Rusile in the book, which I'm really, really proud of. And to bring it all back around, Greg Sestero, who wrote that, who plays Mark in the movie, giant theme park fan. He's been on our show.
Oh, wow.
We've reconnected in the last couple years because he's one of the biggest theme park fans I've ever met.
Wow,
so that's a nice shout out, Greg Sestero.
Well, you started a movement.
Yeah, you really did.
I feel like I remember in like whatever year that was, 2007, 8.
Yeah. Do you feel like you heard about it? Like
I remember
I
feel like there were like GQ articles about like celebrities going to see this weird movie.
Yeah. And I like, and you know, what was the coolest thing ever? Also, is the photo in the book is of Michael and I and David Cross. And David Cross, such a giant hero to me, obviously. And like looking over and seeing him and going, I'm about to meet David Cross, and it's here. Right. He came to this, and I want to say he might have been the first like kind of next tier star who started like an early adopter. I think he and Will Arnett would, on the way to Arrested Development, would pass by the billboard every day and talk about it like they carpooled to the set, and it was just like. And by the way, it just had a phone number. How do you see this movie? It was just a phone number that you call and leave a message, and they call you back to tell you about the movie.
Well, that's the way. That's the way that film is going. You know. I mean,
that might be. That might
not
be
a bad
the
idea.
deal.
Make a movie and just put up a billboard with
the
a phone number. Like, you want to see this? Give me a call.
You know, it's not the way, because like we've all had different projects out. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a billboard. There's no guarantee that the place that made it is going to tell anyone that it exists. Yeah. Right. So just, if you know what, just
take all the marketing money, get a billboard.
One single billboard,
QR
phone
code,
number. Everyone
code.
has a phone. Easy, done deal.
Yeah, pretty good. We figured out a lot of stuff today. Should we do a quick lightning round? See if we have. Don't have time for it, but okay. You just do your answers, no explanations going down the line. Okay. And this is about Disneyland and California Adventure. Because that's here, and those are the parks I go to. And I think those are the biggest. So, like, favorite ride?
Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Haunted Mansion.
Wow. Amazing. I would. Those are some of my favorites.
Favorite food item.
Yes.
Including. Go ahead.
I was gonna go favorite like food item and then favorite sweet treat. That's separate things.
Oh, separate things.
Is this in the parks or does Downtown Disney count?
Downtown Disney counts. And say where it is. You know what? Honestly, you do one or the other. You just favorite food item. I think Kyle's right. We don't have enough time for
just basic churro. Just
the churro is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronto wrap.
A Ronto roll.
Yeah. Star Wars land, yeah.
food, yeah. Space hot dog.
Space hot dog.
The colloquial
Oh,
one.
wow. Okay.
There's like a spicy corn dog at the Corn Dog Castle at California Adventure.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay, these are fantastic answers.
Best animatronic.
Oh. You know, we did it until we've never. One thing about our show, we've never done an episode about the ride Pirates of the Caribbean in 9 years. But we did do an episode just about a pirate who you pass by under who has a very dirty foot. We did an episode just about the dirty-footed pirate. So my knee jerk is to say that because he caught our attention enough to get his own episode, even though we've never done the ride.
I got to go Rock the Raccoon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is he back? Because I feel like he's been video.
I don't know. I feel like he's always
Sometimes.
on and off. I don't think he's been like down for an extended period of time, but maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll say the organist in the Haunted Mansion.
Ooh.
The organist. Okay, great.
Really?
Now this is, and try to keep it short because we don't have time. Like insider, in like a hot tip.
Marceline, Missouri.
yeah.
Maybe that's too general of a question. You know what I mean?
I was going to say if you're not with kids, well, you could do it with kids. I've done it with kids. The Carthay Manhattan. Chill out in the Carthay Circle Lounge. You know this one.
For sure.
Yeah. That's, you got a fast-paced day. You want to accomplish a lot, but you need to chill out too. And you need to have our favorite cocktail. Maybe not just in those parks, but anywhere. Really
at the
fantastic.
Carthay Lounge?
Yeah.
Which park is that in?
That's when you go
I
into
don't know.
California Adventure, the big thing at the end of the street, it's a reproduction of an old movie theater, which is where Snow White premiered. And there's a great sit-down restaurant there, but if you don't have time for that, just get a really fantastic Manhattan.
It's a Manhattan?
Yeah, Carthay Manhattan.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
great.
costs $30 now because I had one last week.
Jeez. Oh, it's literally 30?
With tip, it was $30 for one. I was alone. I was at the bar. I had a Carthay Manhattan to relax. It worked. I felt great, but it was $30.
You weren't relaxed alone at Disneyland
Just
before?
something to take
Well,
the
it
edge
helped.
off.
It helped.
It's
It made me
because
more
of the
relaxed.
Strait of Hormuz.
Well, that's part of it. But it wasn't even
It's hard for
closed
us
at
to do
that
this
point.
podcast. I mean,
So-
good job making it through, but
I'm just trying to make Kyle uncomfortable.
This isn't going to be quick. Sorry. Lightning Lane. When you get it, that's like the new Fast Pass where you do it on the phone and get. If you do it where you're only getting one like every 2 hours, you're being lazy. You got to be on the phone, keep checking for times. You can rip through the whole park by like 2 p.m. if you're very aggressive, and you keep getting lightning lanes, then going, scan in. As soon as you scan in, you get the next lightning lane.
You got to be ready to go.
So you got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
You will probably not be talking to anyone in your party, but it's worth it for them.
Yeah.
You're sacrificing
You're
for them.
You're the leader.
Copy.
So
I will say, in addition to a lightning fast pass, like I got a window. I think it was like a whatever. I forget exactly what kind of pass it was, but it was like, oh, I want to do this ride at this time, but then it gave me a later time.
Yes.
And I went up to one of the people at the info booth right by, I think, the fountain and California Adventure. And I was like, it gave me this time, but when I went to sign up, it said this time. And they were like, all right, how many? And they just gave me the time I wanted.
Oh, they don't
correct
care.
me.
Really?
Yeah, you can fudge it a little bit.
We're such rule followers. We're scared. We're scared to
You don't
even
wanna
ask
get
that
kicked out.
question. Yeah. Yes. That was a concern.
Okay, hot tip.
Okay. One of my favorite rides at Disneyland is the Mark Twain, the riverboat. And if you're going, the crowds and the noise and the weather and sitting on your phone all the time, it can be a little stressful. Pop over to the riverboat. Take a leisurely riverboat ride to calm down. There's a lot of animatronics there. There's
Along the river,
jaunty music.
Yeah.
I got to do that. I've never done it.
Yeah, my daughter got us. We did it for that reason. I think like, oh, this is something that's available, and she loves it, and it's like a way that she can also sort of move around and
you see a lot of stuff. You see stuff from different angles.
Yeah.
And
Okay, either you stay in one spot or you go from the bottom to the middle,
different
to the top.
levels.
Yeah,
Amazing.
charming, nice experience.
These are great hot tips.
Yeah, well, let's get into the point of the podcast.
we gotta get there.
We don't know what our podcast should be. We're curious if you all have an idea.
So what do you think?
Yes. Well, you know what? It's funny what Jason has said. This is a pretty good segue, and I could get to it directly. But I just to tell you how we landed on it a little bit. We do I mean, here's another idea for it. I don't know if you've done an episode that's like an audience mailbag. That's something that you ask for questions from the audience. I think I think we're the only podcast that does that. And actually, maybe
very innovative. Yeah,
maybe we want to keep it that way. Maybe
maybe we'll take
you guys.
that. Yeah.
Well, now that I've said it, I've realized I'm giving away
mailbag.
gold.
Talk to the
We'll do the
lawyers.
mailbag stuff for sure.
You're the contract man.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the
right.
contract.
Yeah, we'll work something out. But anyways, we did one of those episodes about a month ago, and we got a question that really kind of stunned me. I didn't even answer in the episode. And the question was, "What's the best party you've ever been to?"
Whoa.
And I had to really think about that. That's a big question. And I started flashing through options. And let me say this. I mean this when I say this. Every possible option that occurred to me is something that the both of you were at.
Really?
That's completely true. Yes. Yeah. There's not one greatest party I considered where I couldn't picture the both of you being there. There's been a lot of fun things. Always happy to see you guys. And you know how to do it. You know how to
That's
party,
very
whether
sweet.
it's on a podcast or
on
outside
a boat, a theme park, a house, whatever.
Outside of a hotel in New Orleans.
No, they really knew how to party.
Yeah, it was me. It was me.
But I threw this question to Erin, my wife, and she, with no hesitation, said, "Oh, best party I've ever been to is when Kyle used to do his birthdays on a boat." And to segue it straight, and obviously we love boats from Theme Park World.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got a nice association with boats. Your podcast is boats.
Boats.
Wow, boats.
Love
We'll
it.
be right back with
Boats.
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 Dude.
Ahoy, Kyle.
Oh, fuck. That's that's sort of the
your
thing, right?
Yeah, ahoy,
Yeah.
matey.
Yeah.
Lost at sea much?
I don't know.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
seem a
yeah.
little lost at sea today, actually.
Yeah,
is
just don't
what I
throw
must
me
say.
off the plank.
Yeah. Plank you very much is what you would say, I think. Yeah. So,
Yeah, good to see you.
good to see you, I meant to say.
Yeah.
But
hey,
no,
you stinky beach.
I'm sorry, explain that. You said sticky?
You stinky beach. You're a stinky.
Well, it's fun to be back on the podcast with you. It's nice to see you. Have you been?
Have I been boating?
See you.
Nice to see you.
Oh wow! I heard something
those
from
are
the deep
our guests coming in.
the deep blue.
Yeah, the deep blue boats.
Well, we have the guys from Podcast the Ride.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get to talk about all of the other great things they do, which are in the realm of entertainment and
or
and
even
hanging
not,
out
just-
with friends.
Yeah, hanging out with friends. You guys, yeah.
Yeah, we can take credits out of it,
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
let's just look each other in the eye.
Yeah, just be
Yeah.
people for once in our lives.
Which is the kind of thing that you can do on a boat, on the tranquility of a boat, removed from the pressures of land.
Absolutely. Speaking of boats, here's our podcast. That's what it's all about.
You told us.
Boats. Here's our podcast. So fun. That's what we'll talk about.
With Beck and Kyle.
Yeah, that's right. It's time for Boats with Beck and Kyle. Our guests, I mean, they're individual people, but our guest is Podcast the Ride.
Collectively,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what do they say? Like the what is it? The dream blunt rotation.
Yes.
This is my dream boat crew.
Dream
wow.
boat rotation.
Well,
Boat race.
anchors away,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, it would be great to be on a
Great.
boat,
Oh, it'd
honestly,
be so nice.
and it's
It'd be so nice.
doable. We could just go down to the harbor, rent a boat. A lot of people don't know that. You mentioned Kyle's birthdays.
Yeah.
He had a couple birthdays there where he had a boat. I never went.
Yeah, we did two. We did two in a
You
row.
did 2 in a row.
You know what's fun? I was trying to place that
Yeah.
of like in my head, like of course you were there.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
what's
Well, I
going-
wore one year. I wore a shirt from Beck's bachelor party with his face like a photo of him.
Oh, that must be what I was. Yeah,
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
stopped and talked to the picture.
why
for
could
a
I
while.
not make it for 2 years
It
in a row?
was probably around Labor Day weekend. You were maybe seeing family or something.
Yeah.
Yes, I would do for 2 years in a row. I guess we chartered. Is that the word? We
Jeez.
chartered.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
You're the one who did the renting.
The
I guess
Tiki
only you know.
Mermaid, which was a boat company that exists that puts out these boats out of Marina Del Rey,
Mhm.
and they have an open. You pay for an open bar, and you get to play music, and it was really fun. Like there is nothing like being on a boat.
Killer. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's so fun. Those in particular were so fun. Any time is so fun. Just like the launch, the prepping for the launch and the nerves of is
Yeah.
everybody on? Because if you're not on when it leaves, then you're not going to be able to get on.
And I remember always the nerves that go with the party, like anywhere you are, I'm going to feel, if I'm hosting, I'm gonna feel like, oh
course.
shit, is it hitting? Are people into this?
Mm-hmm. It's always
But there would be something on both those boat trips where like I don't know how long, 45 minutes in, maybe an hour, maybe like the like drinks are settling with people or people are comfortable with folks they don't know as well.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like it's like, oh shit, we're on a boat. We're gonna put on some Right Said Fred, and like it's like this is something I love.
It's an absolute vibe.
You know, there's a video I found. I was curious about memories from those particular parties, and I'm running around with Erin and my wife, and the song playing is hot, hot, hot.
Right, Buster
The
Poindexter.
best possible.
Yes.
But it's not even a song I think about a lot. Although it's in, as we watch a lot of 80s, 90s theme park content, it was in everything all the time. But you're not going to be in a bad mood. That song is on. Fantastic. And you know what else? It's also a great, what you're saying, like people don't know each other, but you do, like, it's a great way to get that mini bachelor party feeling.
Yes.
Like, you know, you're not like, if you do a trip for a bachelor party and everybody's staying in the same house and you have to become fast friends, and you do, it's like the squeezed version of that. It happens within within 20 minutes of ship off. Is that right?
from
Cast off.
Cast off is better.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because even if you're in your own town, you know, you're casting off. Like, you know, even like if you're in LA and you're going to a bar you haven't been with other people or a restaurant, it's like, okay, cool, I'm still on land.
Yeah.
I'm still a landlubber. I'm still, you know, it's just everything's normal. Once you cast off, it's maritime laws.
And often, and like,
it's just like anything can happen.
That is the thing. Like and it's sorry to be demeaning to the boat community.
No, dude, do it. Be demeaning to them.
It is cute that there are captains.
Yes, and I mean, I would say even cuter skippers.
Yeah.
And the little hats and like
the guy helping out the captain.
Yeah, and the way that the rituals they have together.
Yes, they still have to throw this rope around. Just a few things to go through. Right. All right, we got the vests are underneath there. Everybody, I got to go through the spiel. I got to do it. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, yeah. And it's like, but above all, let's have fun. And okay, well, let's get going.
Do you think the boat captains are kind of like,
they have egos?
Yes. Well, I'm just wondering how you think they do with the plane captains. You know, the guys who drive planes.
Do you think
there's
like a conflict? Yeah.
Yeah, I would think that the plane captains are like, you driving that boat? Cute.
Yeah.
I fly
because air is the opposite of water.
Thank you. It is the opposite of water. Yeah. and it's like, it's, you know, and then I would think that then a step above that would be our astronauts. You know, the guys going, men and women going in space.
Well, you never see you don't really see a lot of like male pilots with like long hair. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But you can imagine Captain Ron. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Ron,
piloting a boat.
Captain Ron's are real.
I would love to see a show where it's a reality show where it's astronauts, pilots, and captains. And just see how they all get along together. You know, drama.
Either hatred or shared experience.
Maybe some bonding.
I don't know which way it would go.
Well, reality TV is so big. It's like the non-scripted thing.
Down under.
What if they all had to switch things they were piloting for one episode?
That'd be fun.
I wonder who. I would think the astronaut is probably the most probably has some training and everything.
You mean
it's a little tougher
because we can drive a boat within 15 minutes from here right now?
There are boats that we can just do. No questions asked.
Yeah. Here's my lightning round. Okay. Have you piloted a boat before?
I've sailed a sailboat. Hobie Cat. Grew up sailing Hobie Cats.
That's
and then
hard.
I have driven a like my friend's speedboat.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little small boat that you go like wakeboarding.
Like a go fast boat?
Like a go fast
cigarette?
Boat? Not a cigarette,
no,
but just like a classic lake boat that like goes fast enough for water skiing and stuff like that.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that intimidating? Is the speed intimidating?
No, it's fun. It's not quite as choppy where you're actually steering the boat. The thing that gets intimidating is just the turning, I guess, but it's not that bad. It's pretty fun.
Sure,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think I've been given the opportunity. Like, you want to steer for a second? I was like, yeah, I'd love to. It's scary, but there's a power that comes with it.
You know what's weird about boats? A lot of boats are still ropes.
They're ropes.
Like space travel or airplane travel, they're not relying on ropes
these are pirate systems. These are Viking systems. Yeah.
It's very tactile, though.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
Funny, what Kyle, you were saying about like the captains being cute and that you do have to do all this stuff. It's funny that like still ropes in theme parks, even though some boats, I mean, some are just on a track. But if it's not, that there's ropes on like the storybook land, canal boats, and what a like traditional thing we all get to take part in.
Astronauts and pilots are when that reality show, they're not going to know what to do with all those ropes.
Right.
Oh, that's the bit. Yeah, an astronaut gets
unless they've had the training.
Ropes.
I don't know. It might be part of the astronaut
It
training.
could
Like
be.
Maybe
you got to
they're
know
Boy
ropes and you got to know boats.
In
Have you
case your
guys-
shuttle crashes into the water, you need to know the ropes.
Exactly.
The ship spaceship becomes a boat.
Sometimes they land in the
that's
water.
right. Right.
Yeah, an airplane. Yeah, they had the same. Some,
No.
Sully.
Oh,
yeah.
no, go ahead.
Sully,
We don't have a lot of time. We got to get it in.
for Monsters Inc.
Either Sully or what? We'll talk about
Sully
either Sully.
landed the Miracle on the Hudson.
So
Now,
speed round
Mike,
of Sully's.
you're from the Chicago area, right? And so is Beck.
Absolutely.
Did you grow up? Was there a boat culture anywhere around you, or no?
Not like near, like,
Was
I'm
there,
trying to think.
There's a big lake near you.
Antioch. I'm trying to think. Like, my grandfather had a boat.
Speed
that
like
we
a
would, like a
motorboat?
speed, motorboat.
Yeah.
And we would go on like once or twice a year. And then the only real memory I have is that another speedboat like buzzed past us and just drenched us with water.
Not
And it
cool.
was like one of those like traumatic kid things where like you were humiliated.
Right.
And it
And your
like sat
parents
with
were
you
like-
for a week.
Right.
Of just like we like you could tell the adults were mad and that was also a problem.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I like didn't like it anymore.
Whoa.
I mean, not for
so
like a
sad.
decade or whatever. Like,
Okay. You don't currently have a negative association with
no, I'm fine. I got over it. But
Okay.
And where did you grow up?
in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Schaumburg. Classic.
Yeah.
I went to medieval times there instead of going to a dance. I believe my freshman year, I was afraid to ask
Wow.
a girl to a dance. I was like, "Let's go to medieval times. This sucks."
Wow, but you did take a date there.
No. It was just me and
The
30
boys.
guys. That
Oh, okay. Just the
that like
fellas.
drank.
We felt this exact
We were
same
like,
way.
"This is stupid, right?" And we drank some alcohol and went to medieval times in Schaumburg.
I went to
Yeah.
the parking lot of that medieval times
Oh,
for some reason.
yeah, we
I just
hung
wanted
out
to
for a
see
while
it.
in that parking
It's
lot.
like weird. It's like it's there's like nothing all
There's
around
nothing
it. and
around
just a
it.
castle.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Jason, you're from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like suburbs, Philadelphia, Delaware County. Oh, Delco, Delaware County.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
yeah.
Mayor of
Wait, rev that up.
Easttown, Task Country. Yeah.
Nice
Right.
task,
Yeah,
yeah.
How do you say boat in that accent?
Oh, boat.
Like boat.
It does
Oh,
sound
yeah.
nice.
That's
Oh
a
man,
good
I
word.
want
That's
to
a
get
good
you
word for
talking
it.
this
It
accent a little
almost
bit.
sounds like Australian.
Yeah, it is.
A
A
little
little
Can
weird.
you talk about growing up in that area with
I-
boat and what the boating culture was like? for
I
them?
have a specific memory of a boat in the because we were just a mile or two down the road from the Delaware River, like
Oh wow.
where Washington
Washington?
crosses
The famous
it.
painting?
Huh?
The painting. Is
The
that what?
crossing of the Delaware?
Yeah.
I forget where exactly that was, but yes,
okay,
that,
that might have been
famous
a
painting.
but that was that river in theory.
Yes.
You must have
yeah.
loved that
Um,
painting growing up.
Oh,
Dude.
I pointed at it and I've
Who
been
are
like,
the other guys?
Reminds me of who are the other guys?
We don't have time to go into the
title.
guys. We don't have time to go into the guys. But what you were going to say something about the boat culture in the river.
I have a specific memory of like with the Boy Scouts. They're like, we're not doing a meeting this week. We're actually all going on a boat. And it's like, what? And it's like, friend of someone's uncle had a sailboat.
Mm.
So we all went down to like the docks or a jetty and
Yeah.
we rode on a
Jetty.
sailboat and learned about tying knots. I
Yeah.
retained nothing of it.
Were
Yeah,
you
of course.
mad? It
And
seemed like you
we-
were mad about
Yeah,
that.
you still seem
Yeah.
a little
Oh
mad.
no, it was exciting.
Because
I
you
mean,
had
it was
what?
It sounded like something was going to go wrong. Like they just threw this boat on us, and
They
turns
threw,
out
it was a little like last minute. I was like, "We're going on a boat. I haven't had time to prepare."
like, did your parents know about it, or was it just
yeah,
like,
they were.
okay.
One of them was there.
But they didn't tell you. It sounds like you
I
didn't
don't.
even warn me
It
it was a boat
was.
day.
I feel like it was a little bit of a surprise. So then
Yeah.
we all have to, do the.
You
And
didn't-
I come aboard and address the captain and then we all had to help out with the sail and the ropes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And you didn't have time to put the sailor suit on.
I didn't know. I was not prepared.
And you feel stupid. You don't have the right outfit on. You're like, I'm
You
a little
got
ready for this.
I'm in my
Shorts.
normal.
I have a cute boat outfit at home. I got to warn it.
I'm in my Land's End winter coat that we all own.
That's
Got a little
nice.
bird on the
Land's End. That's
fanny.
very
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be wearing it.
Okay, now
Now, no, Donald Duck. He's a sailor.
Yes.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Navy
Yeah,
man,
that's
yeah.
kind of
Was
the
he in the-
iconic
was he in
sailor
the Navy?
suit.
He was in the Navy, yeah.
He was
He was in the
yeah.
Navy. Yeah.
And then,
So
of
if he's
course,
angry, that's why.
Right.
We don't know what he lived. We don't know each other's
He
experiences.
could be suffering from PTSD.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
full
and then,
100%.
of course, there's Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat
That's
Willie.
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
they started
Disney's
it
really
all.
built on boats in a
Yeah,
lot of ways.
yeah.
Mickey Mouse was dreamed up on a train, but he became a star on a boat.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
think about that.
Okay.
Think about
And then
that.
was
about
Plane Crazy, that came like very soon
Oh
after.
yeah, wait. And then
Was
his
it-
first movie was about a plane, but I don't think people like that one as much as the
Right.
boat
Yeah,
one. So
I
I think
don't
my,
even
I think my
know
boats,
about
my
that
point
one.
stands.
And what about Space Shuttle Mickey? The
Yeah.
famous space short. No,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
That one was
Yeah.
hard for him. The training is
It
yeah,
was
the-
Who
before
is-
we landed on the moon.
I know there's a Steamboat Bill Jr. Is that what it was called? Is that the like
It's named
Is
after
that
something
the
else, wasn't it?
silent movie?
a Buster Keaton movie?
Yeah,
maybe?
Buster
Yeah, I think it
Keaton.
was a
What is
reference to
Steamboat
something
Willie?
at
Is
the
that the
time.
name of the boat?
God, I don't know.
Yes.
That's confused
Right?
me. My
Yeah,
whole life.
it is.
Yeah, why is the Mickey movie about? Yeah, why is it not called Mickey? I don't know.
I just a totally random ass question right
Yep,
here that
yep.
popped in my brain. Y'all know about David Geffen's boat?
I've heard a lot.
seen
of
him?
I've heard
tales.
tell. I've heard
Yeah,
tell.
I've
You've seen
tell.
pictures. He posts on Instagram little photos of him, Tom Hanks,
Yeah.
Rita
Mhm.
Wilson, Oprah Winfrey.
Lucky
Yeah.
asshole.
I know, and I'm just like, I want to go on this boat. David Geffen,
Have you?
if you are listening, me and Kyle and the podcast, The Ride Guys,
Yes.
Yeah.
would love to come on the boat and do an episode.
We're not Tom
It would-
Hanks, but there's some credits among us,
It'll
right?
be-
You
yes.
compile them all.
We've worked with him.
Yeah,
it'd
they
bring-
know
it'd bring
they've
you
spoken to
huge
Tom
street
Hanks,
cred.
and they'll speak to him on the boat
Right.
and be nice,
Yeah,
and
Tom-
we'll be quiet and not bother him.
That's right.
Quiet. Just we'll go out to international waters and tell us secrets of the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just wanted to get that out there.
Just a
Uh,
shout out of a boat you'd like to go on.
Before
Yeah,
yeah, I mean that boat, huh?
And
It's
will that
huge.
make
that'd
you
be
think
kind of the ultimate boat.
Cruise
trip, yeah.
ships are like a whole other category.
That's a whole
Who's
nother
been on a
thing.
cruise?
I've been on a cruise.
Only you've
When
been
I
on
was
a
I've
like
cruise?
been on
12.
twice.
You've been on a cruise? I didn't think I
Dang,
knew
dude.
that.
I didn't
You
know
ever
that.
been on a cruise?
No, I'm afraid.
Wow.
I'm afraid, dude.
The
Me too.
first
Yeah.
Diseases,
Diseases.
poop,
Oh,
poop cruise. Don't want
yeah.
a poop cruise situation, but none of
But
you
it
were
is
on a
like
poop
close to theming. It is like I mean,
Yeah,
obviously there
well,
are
yeah,
Disney
especially
cruises.
Disney. Yeah, now.
They're
Oh,
getting
it's little,
so
it's mini theme
elaborate
parks
now.
Yeah. There's roller
first,
coasters on the Disney cruises now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Haunted mansion
Sick.
bars in the cruise. I mean, they are really
Sounds
doing their
kinda
best to
good.
entice us to do it.
I mean, that sounds awesome. That
Does.
sounds cool. I would probably
Kyle-
do a high-end Disney cruise if I heard experience that people felt like it wasn't too packed, wasn't too crazy, and the kids.
I
are
think
having
you
fun.
can, however you want to spend it, however you want to.
Yeah.
You can just do the package, what you paid for, or you can get a drink ticket, or you can go to the high end restaurants.
That's
Okay.
something that I like. I do love. Like I don't do it enough, but when you have access, I'm going to spend whatever this amount of money, and like I can eat whenever I want. Like that is something. It's
Yeah.
Just grab snacks. and
it's not
drinks
something I
without
really
having to
like
make
search out, but I really do love the idea of that.
Yeah,
Free
not having to
room-
make a specific
free room
choice of
service,
purchase.
free
Yeah.
room service.
It's how it felt in college if you didn't think about the fact, at least in my case, that my parents were paying
Yes,
for it.
actually
Yeah.
very
It
expensive.
was
Yeah.
not unlimited for them.
Yes.
And if I will maybe soon have to provide this, and it will be extremely stressful for me.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
yeah.
but for the dumb kid, they don't know.
They're
They're like,
like, yeah,
I
well,
don't
free everything. It's like
I remember getting toured in the cafeteria by our buildings, and it's like everybody was so psyched that there was a waffle maker.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like
I
this
had
was
to
like the
do
big
that
selling
job.
point.
I had to do that job my
You
first
were making
semester.
the
ran the
waffles?
waffle maker.
I ran the waffle maker and tried not to scald myself.
Did you ever scald yourself?
I got some burn. I think I got some minor burns.
and he cut himself at the roast beef
Oh,
cutting
I cut
station.
myself
No.
carving roast beef one night because again there was like no training. They just
Imagine
threw you
Mr.
in.
Bean working at a college cafeteria.
Yeah.
Every story he has about it is like spilling sauce and cutting
Yeah,
himself.
spilled a giant thing of marinara, made the ancient Italian man who made the horrible pizzas very upset.
Wow.
If you lifted
Damn.
your shirt up, it would be pure waffle pattern from
Yeah.
the time you fell into
a grid.
one. It was just a big chest grid.
Because then they would be like, yeah, you got to run them all. Some people are going to get mini waffles. They won't be happy.
Oh my
So
god.
stressful.
I never used the waffle maker.
I think I did, but not much.
They're
I was-
scary.
I was
Like in a
so good
hotel, in a
pizza.
Hampton Inn or something. You're like, I don't trust myself to operate that.
Yeah.
That gets too hot. I'm not good with my hands.
Grab
Yeah.
a slice of pizza. That's what I do.
Oh, a nice slice of pizza. That's
Yeah,
Well,
nobody hurt themselves doing that.
Any other final boat thoughts?
I mean-
Seasick, be careful. Get your Kyle, did you get seasick on your cruises?
You know, I got seasick, I think, once or twice in my life. Not on the cruise, but on I was like 16, and a friend of my father's took us out in Boston Harbor, and I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus, but I managed to get access to a couple Bud Lights.
Nice.
And I barfed in the boat toilet.
Okay, here's a little boat. Here's a boat thing. Make it quick. Best vacations I've ever been on. We're going with my wife and another couple on a catamaran with a skipper. And it's like 3 bedrooms. And we did one in Greece. We did one in France.
Oh my God.
It was not very expensive. A lot cheaper than staying at a regular hotel in either of those areas.
Really? Wow.
And they take you around. It was like 5 or 6 nights, and you go to like different areas each time. Like sometimes you're like anchored and you're like swimming off the boat and you like cook stuff that you find. But it's like so much cheaper than staying at like a regular hotel and going to restaurants and like finding activities.
Yeah,
and it was like cheaper and so much more fun and awesome. I forget what the name of the company is, but for everybody listening, it's a catamaran. And
and I'll say I just went a couple weeks ago on a fan boat in NOLA.
Oh yeah,
to go on a gator tour. Another awesome. There's something about being on that water. I don't know.
It's always
magical.
Nice.
It's magical. The
I
way
think
of water.
it's like well, of course, the way of water, and I think like there's something about being close to water but not wet yourself.
Yeah,
and as close as you can but dry, which didn't work out for you on that day when you got sprayed. So I can see why it made you mad for a while. But just that shimmer and that breeze and like you're always in a good. Other than seasickness, I think you're always in a good mood.
It's why Jimmy Buffett had such a big career.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boats are awesome.
Boats are awesome.
Yeah. And my dad had a little sailboat called Drunky with 2 E's.
Wow.
I just couldn't let the boat episode end and not talk about
that. Is great.
Not talk about Drunky.
I mean, the naming of the boat is also that's cute as well.
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
That is
that
really
they all
cute.
have the
They have
names.
the
We
little
call them
names.
she. They're all ladies.
You break the
They're all
bottle
beautiful
on
ladies.
it.
Oh yeah.
Gotta break the bottle.
What would I name my boat?
Dorco 5000.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh shit!
I spit on the mic. Fuck you, you piece of shit. We were having a good time.
Set sail for Dorco 5000.
Probably a little dinky.
It could be.
I like a little dinky.
Yeah.
It could be boat Bennett.
Boat Bennett.
Oh, that's good.
Instead of Beck
That'd be
Bennett.
great.
Wow.
What would you name your boat?
Caitlin Shill.
Nice. What would you name your boat?
Wow. I'm
Drunky
sorry.
too?
It would have to. Oh yeah, Drunky Junior.
Drunky
It'd have to
Junior,
be Drunk. I actually no, and that's a
that's
good goal to
cute.
have is
Yeah.
Drunky Junior.
Yeah, guys,
Or
boats.
3 E's instead of 2.
Yeah.
Instead of the Jolly Roger, the Jason Roger.
Great.
Nice. Okay.
I would also call it Jason Roger.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, those are our
Neat.
boat names. Wherever you are, good luck finding your boat name, and we'll see you next time.
Caitlin Shill is my wife, my beautiful wife.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's right, that was a beautiful tribute.
yes, it was a beautiful tribute. See you next time on boats.
Well, we're just talking about the next time we hang out with these guys, we're gonna be on their podcast.
We're gonna be on Podcast to Ride.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it
So
sounds like we
excited.
figured out what we were talking. Can we spoil it, or is that I don't know which will come out first?
I'm not sure either.
I don't know.
I don't know the schedule. Yeah.
Could
but
leave
we-
him in suspense.
Dirty,
Okay, well,
dirty
leave it
footed
on-
pirate 2. You want to talk
Right.
about it? You want to focus on his other foot? the
Yeah,
clean
focus on his
foot.
other foot. Let's leave it a surprise. But we're gonna go on Podcast to Ride and
So
talk about
excited
something
you guys
special.
want to do that. That's
Yeah.
Thank you for wanting to do this podcast exchange.
Absolutely.
It's been a blast. I had a lot of fun talking about boats. I'm sorry we bullshitted so much that we couldn't talk about boats more.
I know,
I
I know.
would be so happy to talk about boats.
Me too. I could go much longer on boats and just talking about anything in general with you guys. It was a fantastic time hanging out.
Yeah, it's been.
But you will talk
Likewise,
about
yeah.
boats when it becomes. I think, or do we agree that's
That's
it?
a podcast,
and you
yeah.
will stop doing the What's Our Podcast format, and it will become it'll just be
A podcast
boats forever.
Yeah, I'm
on
down.
the boat would be. I don't know if anybody.
That
else
would be
that's
that
a
would
good
be the
idea.
Pretty
next
good.
one. Yeah. Because then hourly, the listeners being taken.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
you take the
content-
cameras too.
Yeah.
David Geffen probably has a recording studio on his boat.
I bet.
So you could do it.
You could knock one out
There.
there.
I've
Yeah,
not
yeah.
seen. I got to look up this boat.
We got it. We got to go and get it.
I think he spent the pandemic on the boat. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad to be him during the pandemic.
Not bad to be David Geffen.
What's up? You guys got stuff to promote? What's going on?
I don't know the release schedule, but look, Podcast The Ride is always happening on the main feed, which is free, and on the second gate, which is on Patreon, and even the deeper level, Club 3. There's a lot of ways to get involved. If, as you're hearing this, either we're about to do or we have just done McMonth, which is our month-long tribute to all things McDonald's.
Oh,
maybe
wow.
less so the food, but we're finally we're getting into the McDonald land characters. We're getting into Grimace. We're finally doing.
Yeah,
we're doing
he
Grimace.
deserves that. He
And are
deserves
you?
a deep
Is
dive.
there going to be
deserves
a
flowers.
conversation about Mac tonight?
I think Mac Tonight's got to be in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, yeah. No, I'm a big Mac Tonight fan. Do you feel like Mac Tonight's problematic due to the associations?
I dressed up as Mac tonight for Halloween in New York, probably, I don't know, 2018, let's say. And I found like a little plastic crescent moon, and then I like got some white makeup and I wore a suit. And I didn't find out until that party that a guy was like, like, this is like what is it, an alt-right thing?
There was some co-opting of the McDonald's moon guy, Mac Tonight. But I say, you know what? That's not his fault. That's not Mac's fault. I think it's our time. I think we got to reclaim Mac Tonight.
I think
they alt-right.
I think
can't
8 or 10 years
they
ago,
seem to be
you're
just
fine.
doing that. Like,
They just get
taking
to
stuff and be
steal-
like, that's ours now, and now you can't like that anymore. No,
And
bullshit.
Mickey Mouse is in the public domain now, so you got to be worried. What crazy shit they're gonna do with that?
shooting up heroin.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an icon. Don't do that to him, and
Don't do that
don't
to
hug
him.
him weird either.
Yeah.
This Mickey's a little different.
But that's the main stuff. I also I directed a movie called Long-Haired Businessmen.
Ooh.
I think this movie will come out sometime in the next decade. I don't know when in that decade. I can't place it. But if in the next like 5 years, if you hear that phrase somewhere, remember this podcast and know that you heard the director of it talk once and give it a watch, because I think it's a funny movie.
Hey, it
great.
happened for
Sounds-
Coyote versus Acme.
That's true.
Maybe it'll happen for yours.
Yes, I
you
hope
know?
we're not in that degree of
Well,
situation.
Rocco's, we can still get the Roccos can be loud about it.
Yeah. Let's
Demand-
be vocal about long-haired businessmen.
Should I turn it into a campaign? Should I make it a?
Yeah.
Should I make it a
Yeah,
cause?
yeah,
I think we
absolutely.
just don't know the plan. It's just emails need to be sent. But I'm happy to turn it into a cause. If you think the Roccos will get mad and hit the streets,
Oh, yeah.
then I'll take it.
Oh yeah, they're
After the
passionate.
vote conversation?
I'm still banging the drum for Donald for Spider-Man. I think it'll still happen.
I think it
Oh,
could
yeah.
still,
It could still happen.
I
Yeah,
like
why
the soldiers still fighting World War II for 30 years.
But they
you
did
know?
give he voiced somebody, right?
He voiced, I think, the character who would become the Prowler.
Copy.
Mm.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
not Spider-Man.
No,
he's
it's
still
not.
so the cause still.
But there's
stands.
multiverses, so he
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
he
he
could
could
do a
still
voice in the
pop off.
multiverse.
So are you promoting? Is it would be a hashtag? What would you say?
Well, it was a hashtag, but the internet's so weird now.
A little less.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
guys doing hashtags or hashtags done?
Absolutely not.
No hashtags.
No more hashtags.
All right.
But
Okay.
I never
Roccos,
really
don't do
did
it.
them to
Don't
begin
do
with.
any
I
hashtags.
loved hashtags. Hashtag Monday Maniac.
Oh yeah, you
Monday
can still
Night
do
Maniac?
it. Yeah, Monday Night.
No, but we're not done that. But like,
What was Monday Night Maniacs?
we found some Instagrams that we
some
went to like a
photos.
bar after like a, or
After
we went to dinner
pitch.
after a pitch meeting, and then we took a couple photos of ourselves, put them on Instagram, and hashtagged them Monday Night Maniacs.
Yeah, like we're at
It
sitting
seemed
at-
like it was
You're
something.
the Monday Night
It
Maniac.
seemed like
We're the
something
Monday
was
Night Maniacs.
happening.
It got a lot of likes too.
Yes, it was huge, and it's like, why did we give up on that?
I don't know.
And you didn't consider as a other name of this podcast Monday Night Maniacs.
No.
I don't think we realized this happened until like,
recently,
2
yeah.
weeks ago.
Wow. Oh my God.
That's too
Jeez.
bad.
Mike,
but-
anything?
I'm doing improv in Glendale the second
Okay.
Friday of every month.
Hey,
How about that?
yeah,
Pretty
get
good.
out there.
Do you get
Yeah.
lost ever out there on the stage? Like, fuck, I don't know where this is going.
Oh yeah, for sure. You always don't really quite know.
Yeah.
But I don't like. I'm not like panic. I don't like panic.
Kyle
Yeah.
would probably love to do improv with you.
Oh yeah, I'll if
Sure.
you have
He
me.
loves improv.
Yeah. If you want to do it, let's do it.
I'm not great, but I'll throw some curveballs.
Look, I will watch you. I will force you to I'll watch you and assess you before we do it
That's fair.
to make sure you're good.
We'll practice
Yeah.
Harold. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Sure,
That's
sure.
Just
Uh-huh,
make sure you check all the boxes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Quick
once
notes.
once I've approved
Okay.
you, yeah.
There might be video of me out there.
Well,
was
you
so
guess.
fun.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Guys, that
And
was a
we'll
blast.
see Roccos. We'll see you next week.
And-
Or what do you say?
Hope you had a great time at the Batcave.
Yeah.
What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
That was a Headgum podcast.